Hello friends, I hope everyone is healthy. Friends, the scene you are currently seeing on the screen is yesterday's scene. This is the scene of the discussion between the US and Iran in Oman on the nuclear issue. At first, it was thought that there would be direct discussions between the US and Iran. However, there was no direct discussion. The discussion was indirect. Neither the US nor Iran, but the two sides did not face each other directly. First, they met with the Foreign Minister of Oman. Now, the Foreign Minister of Oman has told all those conditions to the US, meaning an indirect meeting. Look, the meeting started at around 10 a.m. local time in Oman. The Iranian side was led by Abbas Aghatala, who was the Foreign Minister of Iran, and the team led by him. And the US side was led by Steve Witkoff, the US Special Envoy for the Middle East, and with him, Jared Krishna, Trump's Jewish son-in-law, who is a military advisor and a representative of Israel. No high-ranking military official is ever present at any diplomatic mediation meeting. This is a common occurrence. However, in a rare event, yesterday in Oman, the head of the US satellite, Admiral Ban Cooper, was present. You can definitely see his picture on the screen. This is an unusual and rare event because military leaders never attend meetings unless they attack. And indirectly, the meeting was held to discuss Iran's demands. The foreign minister of Yemen has been told that he is happy to negotiate with the US again. How was the meeting? In response, the Iranian foreign minister said in his statement that it was good to start. That is, there was no progress, but it is good for the initial start. Such a statement may send a nice message to maintain diplomatic goodwill. However, the reality is that the meeting was a complete failure because no date was given for the second meeting after this meeting. Although Iran said that we will continue, however, the US has received a different message, and Donald Trump has officially reacted to the talks between the US and Iran in Oman. He said that the talks were very good, but the Iranians want to make a deal very badly. In his speech, he said that our talks with Iran were very good. Iran seems to want to make a deal very badly. We have to see what that deal is. Directly threatening Iran, Donald Trump said in his speech, "We have a huge fleet, and we have a huge fleet going in that direction. It will arrive there very soon, so we will show how it works." Look, as the US media and the international media are confirming, Iran has not accepted a single condition from the US. Iran is still standing where it stood before. Look, there were two main conditions from the US regarding the nuclear issue. The first condition is that Iran will have new kind of uranium enrichment capability. All nuclear programs must be canceled. In addition, the 405 kilograms of enriched uranium that is currently in Iran must be transferred to a second country, where Russia's name came up. However, Iran has rejected both these proposals. Iran has taken a strong stand and said that Iran will have a nuclear program. Uranium enrichment will also take place, and the enriched uranium that it has will also remain inside Iran. There will be discussions about whether Iran will not make a nuclear bomb and what will happen to the checks and balances to prevent it from making a nuclear bomb. Look, the issues that this war and this tension are centered around, there is no solution to those issues. The United States is standing strong in its position. Iran is also standing strong in its position. There is no intention to make concessions to each other. Rather, both sides can say that these discussions are buying time for preparations for war. Military experts are saying this. So there is no goal of flexibility. The United States is not in the mindset that it will make any concessions to Iran, and Iran is standing strong in its stand that it will not make any concessions to protect its sovereignty. And if these discussions escalate a little further from such a place, if they are discussed again next week, it will only be a waste of time and buying time for the preparations of the two countries, military experts say. Because these discussions have been going on for about 3 to 4 years. Even then, no solution has been reached on these two important points so far. And since the head of the CENTCOM was present at that meeting, the head of the US military commander in that region also gave a direct threat. After this discussion is directly canceled, the attack will begin, and how much damage Iran can suffer in the attack. All forces are on high alert. I have said before that no military chief ever attends such discussions, because if the issue of military threats is kept in the forefront, no fruitful solution can ever be found in discussions, because it becomes a military threat. However, the United States has unprecedentedly brought its CENTCOM chief to a compromise discussion and has also given threats. And this compromise discussion with Iran has completely failed. Whereas the public declaration of support and cooperation by countries like China on the Iran nuclear issue has helped Iran make this decision more strongly. After this discussion with Iran in Oman indirectly failed, the United States has taken new strong action targeting those who do business with Iran, especially China. The U.S. president has implemented the secondary sanctions, or the second stage sanctions. According to this secondary sanction of the U.S. president, if a Chinese company or a company from another country buys anything from Iran, whether it's oil or anything else, then if that company exports any product to the U.S., it will have to pay an additional 25% tariff on top of the tariff or duty it currently pays, which is a very big blow for China strategically, because many Chinese companies export a large amount of products to the U.S. market, companies that also have business with Iran. So this direct attack targeting China will force China to retaliate. Look, China will not sit still. As soon as the secondary sanctions on China come into effect, China is also preparing to impose not secondary but first-stage tariffs on the U.S. companies. Look, a clear statement has been given by China. The U.S. will impose sanctions on as many Chinese companies as possible under this new additional tariff or duty. The same amount of additional tariffs will be imposed on the same category of companies in the United States that export goods to China. They will not be given any 25% discount. See, this is the true friendship. See, China knows what kind of risks they can face in their business and trade or in various other strategic situations if they support Iran. They may have to, because a superpower like the United States will definitely hit China back. Even then, they have not left Iran, just like Russia has. This is the real truth. What role China plays in the Iran-US war or any kind of conflict is very important, because it will determine the outcome of this war very accurately, where China is now on Iran's side. So friends, you must write in the comment box what you personally think about this very important issue. So friends, goodbye like today. See you again with a new video. Until then, everyone stays well and healthy. Thank you.